I always thought hotel rooms were safe. A locked door, a key card, 4 walls between you and the rest of the world. But then I checked into room 407, and by morning, the room didn't exist. It was supposed to be a normal work trip, just 2 nights in a small-town hotel, a couple of meetings, then back home. I arrived late, exhausted from the drive. The hotel was nothing fancy beige walls, flickering overhead lights, the smell of stale carpet lingering in the air. When I reached the front desk, the clerk barely looked up. "Checking in?" he asked. "Yeah, room 407. The clerk's hand froze over his keyboard. His face twitched just for a second, but long enough for me to notice. "You sure that's your room?" I frowned. That's what the confirmation email said. He didn't respond right away. Just pulled out a key card, slid it across the counter, and muttered, "Enjoy your stay." Then, under his breath, almost too quiet to hear, "If you hear knocking, don't open the door." Room 407 was at the very end of the hall. The air felt thicker back there, heavier, like I was walking into a place that hadn't been touched in years. The key card worked on the first try. The door unlocked with a soft click, and I stepped inside. It was just a normal hotel room. Bed, desk, TV, a single window overlooking the empty parking lot. But something felt off. The air was too still, the walls too silent, like the whole room was holding its breath. I shook the feeling off, set my bag down, and locked the door. By midnight, I was asleep. At 3:03 a.m. I woke up to knocking. At first, I thought it was coming from the hallway. Then I realized it was coming from inside the room. My chest tightened. I sat up slowly, every nerve in my body screaming at me to stay still. Knock, knock, knock. A steady rhythm coming from the closet. I reached for my phone, heart hammering. I turned on the flashlight and aimed it toward the closet door. It was slightly open, just an inch. I knew I had closed it before bed. The knocking stopped. I waited, barely breathing. Then, after what felt like forever, I climbed out of bed and moved toward the door. With one shaking hand, I reached forward and yanked it open. Empty. Just a few wire hangers. A folded extra blanket. Nothing else. I let out a breath, laughing at myself. "You're losing it?" I muttered, shutting the door. I climbed back into bed, promising myself it was just my imagination. Then I checked my phone. A new notification. Photo saved to gallery. My blood turned to ice. I hadn't taken any photos. With shaking hands, I opened my gallery. There was a new picture. A photo of me, lying in bed, taken from inside the closet. I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. By morning, I had a plan. I would pack my bags and check out early. I wasn't staying another night in that room. I grabbed my phone and luggage and rushed to the front desk. The clerk from last night was gone. A woman stood in his place, typing on the computer. "I need to check out of room 407, I said, pushing my key card forward. She blinked. "I'm sorry, what room?" 407, I repeated. The woman frowned, glancing at her screen. "There is no room 407. I felt my stomach drop. What do you mean? I stayed there last night. She shook her head. Sir, this hotel only has 3 floors. I spun around so fast my vision blurred. The hallway where I had stayed, the long stretch of rooms leading to 407, it wasn't there. Where my room had been was just a blank wall, like the hallway had never existed. I felt sick. My hands trembled as I grabbed my phone to prove it. I pulled up the photo of my room, the bed, the desk, the window. It was gone. The picture was still there, but now it was just an empty room. No furniture, no sheets, just peeling wallpaper and a single chair facing the closet. I turned back to the woman at the desk, my voice barely a whisper. Where did my room go? She hesitated. Then, in a voice so quiet I almost didn't hear it, she said, You stayed in 407, didn't you? I nodded. Her face went pale. You're lucky you got out. I leaned in closer. What happened to that room? She swallowed hard. 407 was sealed off years ago. After the man inside it disappeared. My breath caught. I wanted to ask more, but I didn't. I just grabbed my bags and left. As I stepped outside, I took one last look at the hotel. In the top window, I saw it. A dark shape standing perfectly still, watching me leave. I don't know what happened that night. I don't know where room 407 went. But sometimes when I close my eyes, I still hear it.